boy, do I love candy. One of the most influential parts of anyone's childhood is candy. Not because it makes you fat or lazy or give you heart disease or any of the massive negatives. It's because it tastes good, because it makes you happy and makes you sugary. So today I figured let's rate every candy that I can think of and put them on a tier list. So here are the candies we're going to be ranking today. You probably see some ones from your childhood, some fan favorites on this list. And honestly speaking, I'm excited to do this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Starting off with the 100 grand. Honestly, this reminds me a lot of rat poop, or not even rat poop, more like rabbit poop. This was like rabbit droppings. And honestly speaking, not that good. So if you had to ask me, I'm putting these bad Johns in D tier. Next up, we got the Musketeers. Three Musketeers is literally bad. There's no other explanation for me to say this, but I don't know how they're still a company. Now, I do know these ones, and I used to get them when I was trick-or-treating as a kid. And to be honest, I would throw them out. I wouldn't even give them to the dog because I felt so bad for the dog for eating those stupid candies. They're terrible. B minus, C minus, D minus. Actually, there's a tier just for this. No. All right, now we got Airheads. Now, I'm a little biased to Airheads because maybe I see myself a little bit in the packaging. I got a big head. I love Airheads more than literally I love air in most circumstances. Actually, let me show you. Watch this. I have an entire package like Walter White, but instead of it being blue meth, it's heroin. I mean, Airheads. God, it's not heroin, it's Airheads. Either way, these things, let's just crack one open and eat one, shall we, to give it an accurate taste. I'm going to give you guys the best running chance. And the one I see in here that I like the most is going to be watermelon. If you guys can see that on the camera. This tastes the best. Let's give it a taste. Comes in a packaging looking like a green tongue. And let's taste it. Delicious. Hard to chew though. It's a big workout for your mouth. Quite the workout, but that's actually a positive because all the calories I just would have ingested got burned while chewing it. So if you're asking me, ladies and gentlemen, easy S tier for show. Now we get to the extreme rainbow ropes. I don't know about extreme. I've only had the Airhead versions of these. And I mean, you know me, I love Airheads, so it's gonna be S tier. Now for the extremes, I think I may have these a couple times like ball games or like sports games back in my childhood. And they're pretty good. Not amazing, not spectacular, not terrible. B tier. Almond Joy. Now Almond Joy gives me the squirts, so I'm afraid to eat these bad lads. I'm gonna give them a D tier for sure. All right, we got Altoids. I wouldn't really call this candy. It's a mint, but maybe some of you like chewing on mints most of the time. Altoids are, I mean, they're banging. I mean, they're good. Little snack, little uplifter during the middle of the day. I mean, some people put Zins in. I put an Altoid in. A tier, sure. And these nuts next up, and this is another mint. This is one that maybe it's a hot take. I hate these things. You know those mints at like Olive Garden? Those things blow. And to me, that thing's a D. Bottle Pop. Now this is one of the most influential commercials. They had commercials, right? But products of my childhood. I remember being, 12 years old, sucking on this Bottle Pop, thinking to myself, this is the best tasting nipple. It's a nipple I've ever tasted. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy talk. Bottle Pop, S tier. Okay. Now we're on to Baby Ruth. This is going alongside the Three Musketeers. And honestly speaking, this thing sucks maybe more than the Three Musketeers. It's not even crazy for me to say that because listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sit there and say Baby Ruth, which first off, he's dead. Baby Ruth's dead. Leave him alone. Baby Ruth is good. You tell me so much about your character. So to me, that's just a no. It's just a no. It shouldn't even be a candy. It should not be a candy. Red Vines, but this is the black licorice edition, if I'm not mistaken. Can I click on the picture? No, I can't. Thanks a lot, tier maker. I'm gonna go with an honest review of this thing. If you like black licorice, you're a different level of nasty. It's insane to me that some people go out to the store and think to themselves, oh, I'm so hungry. Let me get some black licorice. Fall over. No. Failed to fetch. Can you click on the button? No. So I actually skipped one. I actually spam clicked and then clicked on Blow Pop. My mistake. Blow Pop is supposed to be an A tier for show. I like sucking on things. Boston Baked Beans. A lot of B's in there. Boston Baked Beans. Candy coated peanuts. To be honest, to think about eating baked beans as candy makes me a little bit sick to my stomach, but I haven't ever had these, so it wouldn't be fair for me to rate these. It looks like a lot of people also haven't had them. So for me, it's going to be a never had. Why is it so big? That's what she said. I don't know. Wonka bottle caps. I've had these a couple of times. I got them like a couple of like weird people, like the trailer park people would give these on Halloween out the the back door, put them in like a Walmart sack and throw them at you. Honestly speaking, the bottle caps are not that good. Don't they sizzle in your mouth or something like that? Because I feel like they have some type of weird fact that makes them fun to eat. For that, I have to give them probably a C tier for bottle caps. Sorry. Butter my finger and lick it off. This thing is delicious. I love Butterfingers more than I love literally most things on this list. Butterfingers as a kid were my favorite candy brown thing. I don't know what to call them. It's peanut butter, nougat, cracker, chocolate, I think. I don't know exactly, to be honest with you, but Butterfingers are slap your mama. Faux show. Candy corn. Let me think about this. Honestly speaking, candy corn just isn't that good. Candy corn's overrated. I don't know how it's associated with Halloween, as it is the worst candy of all time. The taste I could kind of get behind if I was really hungry, but only on nights where I was like itching myself for sugar, I could eat one of these things. I could only like 5 or 6 of them, and I'm already feeling sick to my stomach. So if you're asking me about candy corn, it's a I'm gonna go nice and slow, so when it does go through, cool. All right, Charleston Chew, vanilla. To be honest, I haven't had one of these things in probably 25 years. I'm not even that old. This thing is literally like my grandparents used to eat these for fun. This is crazy talk. Charleston Chew, if you're asking me, it's not a standout candy to me. It's not a standout candy. D tier I think is fair. Cookie dough bites. I used to eat these things at school when I was really hungry. I used to sneak in my backpack and I used to eat them, munch on them throughout the day. I was so hungry back then. They were able to give us like old chicken and pizza at the school. You know what I'm talking about. So I used to chew on these things day and night. Now, they weren't good, but they were a little bit filling. So just for nostalgic factor, I'm gonna give it a C. All right, now we got Crunch. This is another one where I'm like, dude, how is this thing still going? Crunch bar is a lot better than like Musketeers. What's it called? Musketeers or Baby Ruths. So I know where it has to go. It's not as bad as Almond Joy or 100 Grand, but it's not as good as cookie dough. So I'm kind of in a hard spot here. People actually like these things a lot, which is surprising. But for me, Crunch bars, nothing to write home about. Now, Dots. Dots to me are like the poor people candy because I used to eat them a lot as a kid. That sounds sad, but it's true. Dots are good, but the flavoring and the texture, like it gets all up in your gums and stuff. Like it makes you like suck up on them dots. I don't like sucking up on them dots, really. I like just eating candy and think about it. But this is like a candy you chew on and then it sticks around for the whole day. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm gonna give Dots a D tier. I'm sorry, Dots. You're legendary, but I don't like you. These things are the bank Snickers. Sorry, the bank suckers. You get this when you go to the bank. You go to the bank, you suck on these things when you go. I went to the bank the other day. I still get these things. Honestly speaking, these things are S tier. If you vote this thing any less, then you're not a real kid. You were never a kid. You were born an old man. All right, now we got some rich people candy. To be honest with you guys, I don't really know what this candy is. I ate Dots as a kid. I didn't eat no Ferrero Rocher. That's even correct. I don't know. But you know, these high quality candies are usually really good. So I'm gonna play it safe and just give it an A. All right, now we got the Atomic Fireballs. Me and my friend, one of my childhood friends, we eat these things all the time. And we got these big buckets of them, like full of them, and you should just chew on them. These and the sour boys or whatever they are. But these are like the spicy versions. It's kind of like a hot tamale, but you suck on it, it turns into gum after. Pretty good. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't like choose it over something else, but it is good. And it was fun enough to eat because it hurt your mouth and you could cry. So for me to be, dip your fun in my dip. That makes sense. But either way, Fun Dip is one of A, the funnest dips, and B, the best dips in the world. There's not many dips that are better than Fun Dip. I remember red and blue from my childhood. They may have had a purple as well. It was on the package right there. I don't know about purple, but I always had red. I had red and blue is what I remember the most from my childhood. Absolutely amazing. One time I actually snorted some of this Fun Dip and I sneezed and like swallowed red. I don't know what flavor it was. I just swallowed red for like 3 months. Not great, but actually didn't taste that bad. So honestly speaking, Fun Dip, S tier for sure. All right, here we go. Squares. So this is the caramel. I actually have had these, but I don't know as a kid. This is more recently. These things are amazing. Slap your mama. Milk chocolate caramel. Some of my favorite candy on the earth. S tier. Gob stoppers. Now my dad used to love these things when I was a kid. You know, he'd give him one of them handfuls. If I got some of these, he'd reach his hand back there, hit him with a little, give me some of them. You know what I mean? They do like a little handful like this. He'd snap. He'd go like this. He'd go like this. And I'd have to give him some of my gob stoppers. These things are good. Believe it or not, I was actually afraid to eat these as a kid. I thought it meant I was gonna choke on them if I ate them because they were gonna stop my gob. I don't know what a gob is, but I thought I was gonna stop. Okay, so for me, gob stoppers, A tier. Goobers. Now, to be honest with you, eating a goober sounds disgusting. I don't know what that means. I hate it. I want it to burn. I've also never had them, so that's when we're trying to go. Good and Plenty. These things I used to think were medicine as a kid, so I bought them one time to see how they tasted, and my golly goodness, these things were awful. I have literally sat down and watched better soap operas than this candy tasted in my mouth. I would rather watch my grandma's soap opera all day, all night, than put a handful of Good and Plenty in my mouth. That's what she said. Put that thing in no. All right, Haribo Gold Bear. Does these things make you poop? Oh, my voice. Don't these things make you poop? If so, S tier. If not, no. But I think they do, so I'm gonna give them an A. All right, Black Forest gummy worms. Now I didn't ever have the actual branding ones. I had the sour ones as a kid. S tier. If those come on here, I'm gonna freak out. But to be honest, the normal gummy worms never wowed me. I never liked normal gummy worms. I only liked sour gummy worms. So for these ones, I'm gonna give them a C. Heath. It's just one of those ones. I'm like, how is it still around? Do people actually eat these things? It's right there with a Babe Ruth and a Musketeer. Honestly speaking, it's a no for me. Sorry, Heath. Hershey's. I mean, it's an OG. It's a good bar, but like, bro, what am I supposed to say to you? Like, it's not really amazing. It's not really bad. It's just a candy you can get and you can enjoy it. It's just chocolate. The world's gotten a lot more exciting since Hershey's ruled the world, and so it's hard for my brain to get as much nostalgic and dopamine from eating one of these Hershey bars. B tier. High Chew. Another one my dad used to eat. I remember eating these things. Actually, pretty good. I didn't love them. I didn't hate them, but like some of the flavors were really, really good. Some of the flavors were just god awful. Like some of the flavors made me want to absolutely just explode. So, Jay, what would you... Come here. Jay, come here. Jay, didn't Dad used to love these as a kid? We're doing a candy tier list. Third party review. What would you give these High Chews? Aren't they mid?
Again?
Didn't Dad used to eat those things all the time?
No.
Okay, I remember those too, though. He used to have these. I remember eating these as a kid.
High Chews, dude?
Yes.
Dude, that's like something like a...
Maybe he didn't give you food, he didn't like you. Let me think about this. These things are they're the same as Now and Later. It's the same thing. Well, these are like more fruity.
That's something like I think Dr. Disrespect might give you.
This one?
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm giving him a D then. For Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, D for Dr. Disrespect.
Okay, cool. All right, hot tamales.
S tier.
Some people are biased towards this thing. I don't love hot tamales. I think they're overrated and they're too hot for enjoyment. So it's the same thing as a Fireball. B tier. Jelly Belly. Now, Jelly Belly had a game like where you spun the wheel, picked the jelly bean, and if it was awful, you had to throw up pretty much. That was the whole game. I ate those and then got so scared I didn't want to eat the normal Jelly Bellies. So honestly speaking, these things suck. D tier. Jolly Ranchers. This is the OG brand right here, and they're still around today. Jolly Ranchers, good on you for being relevant still, somehow, some way. They're good, but when they get too hot or melty, they get stuck to your teeth and like hurts to pull them off. So just off flavor, I'll give them probably an A, but because of that little sticky situation, she said, we're gonna give them a B. Juicy Drop. It's the same thing as a bottle cap. I remember just squeezing a whole thing in my mouth, just oozing that blue ooze in my mouth and just sucking on that sour juice for a little bit. Wow, that was a crazy way to explain that, but you understand what I'm saying. Juicy Drop Pop. Just hitting the stop. What's that bad Barbie? What's her name? Anyways, S tier for me. Junior Mints, like these things are also still around. I don't know how. To me, this is like a 2001 snack, and it was like still kind of relevant when I was a kid, and now it's like, how is it even in business? Don't know. You guys should probably retire. Just hang up the mint sign. Maybe like rebrand to Senior Mint, because there's no way you're a junior still or something. I don't know what you have to do. It's terrible right now. Give that one a C. All right, now we got these little eggs. I remember as a kid, I used to watch people break these things open and get like Bakugan out of the middle of them or whatever was in the middle of the egg. And so it was entertaining, but I didn't really love them. It's just chocolate. I didn't understand the big whoop. I was like, is there actually an egg in here? I also thought there was gold in the middle when I was a kid. There was neither. So to me, I'm a little bit disappointed in Kinder Eggs. People love these things, but to me, it's just a big old letdown. B tier. All right, Hershey Kisses. It's the same thing as a Hershey chocolate bar. Like, it's cool, but it's just too boring. I'm bored. Give me something more. Now, the Peppermint Kisses came out during Christmas. S tier plus. These things, gotta give them a B. Here we go. Now we're getting back to something kind of normal. Cat. Now, I love Kit. I love Cat. I love the crunch. I love the snap. I love whatever you want to call it. Crispy wafers. Pop it in your mouth. Suck on it for a little day. You're good to go. I mean, it's really delicious. S tier for sure. All right, Krabby Patty sliders. I actually had one of these like last week. It's the worst tasting thing on the face of the earth. If you like these things, you probably have a really low standard for what's candy and what's not candy. You probably think green beans are candy. They come in a bag. Like, it's crazy to me. These things are terrible. Krabby Patty sliders. We're gonna call them Krabby Patty sliders. Those things are definitely a D. All right, now we got Crackle. This to me, I think is Hershey's, but it's an off-brand of, I don't actually know what's off-brand of it. It's just weird. Crackle, congrats. You suck. No. Laffy Taffy. Now, if you were to ask me what this meant to me in my childhood, I wouldn't even be able to speak. Laffy Taffy was one of the most influential essential candies in my childhood. Had a joke on the back you could read. They weren't even funny most of the time, but they were just good to have. The banana flavor, delicious. The red flavor, pretty good. And the green flavor, delicious. And the purple flavor, I didn't like purple stuff. I don't like grape stuff, but some people loved them. I didn't love them. Either way, Laffy Taffy, very similar to Airheads in terms of like their way of putting it in your mouth, but this one was cool. They made you laugh. They made you taff. Good to go. S tier. All right, original lemon head. I've seen people who love these things, but to me, these things look disgusting. I don't like lemon stuff that much. Like, why would you want to eat a lemon? What? Disgusting. D tier. Lifesavers. Now, my brother loves Lifesavers, so he could give them an S tier. Depends on the gummy or the hard one, but the gummy ones are pretty good. I give them a B. Okay, those were the hard ones. Okay, well, excuse me. The hard ones are going to be A. The soft ones are going to be B, but I can't swap them, so just replace the two from where they are. I put that one in B as well. Shoot. Lindor. I actually moved when I was a kid to Arkansas, and there was a Lindor store at the outlets in my city. So we went to go there, and we could like pick out a couple chocolates and like pay $100,000 for them. It was delicious. Lindor's good. This milk chocolate, I'm gonna give this one an A for sure. All right, Mambas. This is also something my dad used to get. He liked fruity stuff. You couldn't tell. Now Mambas are good. Mambas are delicious. Honestly speaking, it's whatever that other one was. It was one above it. So I choose D. It's not C. It's B. B tier for Mamba. Mike and Ike. You know, with my name being Micah, people always bought these for me thinking I would like them because it sounded like my name, I guess. Mike and Ike, you know, kind of makes sense. However, I don't despise very many things on this planet. These are one that I absolutely despise. They're mid, and that's it. And actually not mid, they're trifling. These things are actually trifling. I'm gonna give them a no. Screw you, Mike and Ike. Milk Duds is my mom's favorite candy of all time. And so, of course, I had to have a little bit of bias towards them. There was always some in the cupboard. You could just throw a couple of them duds in your mouth. It does look like poop a little bit, which was kind of yucky back in the day. Still yucky today, to be honest with you. But if you had to ask me to choose one candy to fight against anything else, I'd say Milk Duds are a pretty good option. They got milk, they got duds. It's got chocolate and caramel in every single one of them. Only downside is that they melt in a cardboard box. So they just like, they just expand all over the box. You have to rip the box open and lick it. Maybe I'm not the one who ever done that. Let's give them an A. Let's give them an A. Milky Way. This right here is another Musketeer. I don't know how this thing is still relevant. Get the heck down there in blue. You suck. M&M. Okay, a good middle ground candy. Not special, not crazy, just good. B tier. M&Ms with a peanut dough is a little spice that I personally like. I like peanuts. Careful how I would phrase that. And I like to pop them in my mouth. Shoot. I'm gonna put them in A tier. Mr. Goodbar. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy talk. How is this thing so relevant? Get down there in blue. Necco. I don't even know what this is. It looks like actually like medicine or poker chips. Maybe both. I'm gonna give this thing a never had. Crazy talk. Nerds. I like nerds a lot. Nerds are really good. They used to be so fun to eat. Just pop them in your mouth. Just pour a box in your mouth. It was like drinking something hard. It was weird. S tier. Nerds Rope is actually better than Nerds in my opinion. Nerds Rope is S tier. Now and Laters. Now this is my dad's main choice of candy, but all of them are kind of relevant. So for me, I'm gonna give Now and Laters an A tier. Okay, now I got these these are the ones that would come in those like clear bags. Like they were like kind of fake, you know what I mean? The mangoes or the oranges, I mean. Sorry. Oranges, they suck. Down there. Payday. How are you still relevant? But this one's actually not that bad. I've had this before. It's really peanut butter, peanutty. Let me give this one a D. Peeps. Honestly speaking, how are Peeps so popular? I think they're disgusting. I know one person in my life who likes Peeps, and that's it. That's it. If I ever get Peeps, that person's getting them. I don't want them. So no. Pez. Pez is an interesting candy. It's fun. They have little Pez dispensers. My girlfriend got me a Dwight Schrute Pez dispenser one time. Very cool to see. However, they didn't taste good. They never tasted good at all, but they didn't taste good, but the way to eat them was fun. And that's important. That's an important part of eating is fun. So C tier. Pixie sticks. These things used to be so good until you got a little bit of slobber in that stick. Game over. You have to cut below it or just give up or let it dry, I guess. That's disgusting. Either way, Pixie stick were really good. And if I had to guess or give it an honest review, I'd give Pixie sticks an A tier. Game over. Pop Rocks. These, okay, like I said about fun, but eating with fun, Pop Rocks are the funnest candy to eat. They put them in your mouth, they crackle, they pop, they slop, they gop, they schlock. They just go They like massage your tongue and it tastes good. S tier. Jumbo Push Pops. I hated these things as a kid. It's not like a bottle. Can't do a bottle pop. You can't just remake it into a push pop. I don't want it. I'll just drink it. I'll eat an actual push pop. I'll go, I don't want this. It's terrible. Get down there and see. Raisinets. I'm not eating raisins, especially when they're covered in chocolate. That sounds disgusting. Oh, it's fruit chocolate. Get that down there and No. Red Vines. This is just literally Twizzlers. But I guess Red Vines probably better than Twizzlers. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a Red Vines. I've only had Twizzlers, so get down there. All right, Reese's. I love these things. Miniature cups, S tier. Ring pops. They're just fun. It's a loud door. They're just fun. You just suck on them, put them on your finger. You can wear them for fashion, you know. And everyone's a little bit different. It's like a little bit like a snowflake kind of thing. Everyone's a little bit different. You get a little bit of individualisticality, and you can wear them as fashion, like I said before. So, A, Rolo. These things are so good. You put them on top of a pretzel, melt them in the oven. Oh my gosh, S tier for sure. Runts. Oh, I have had these. They're like fruit-shaped hard candies, and honestly speaking, they suck so bad that I can't even explain it. I think it was like a travel pack of these things, and I'd get in my Halloween candy. I literally would dump them in the toilet. I was so pissed off at getting them. D tier. All right, we got Skittles. I mean, Skittles is good. Skittles they're world-renowned. Taste the rainbow. That's good. You know, you literally taste the whole rainbow. Everyone tastes different, and they all taste good together. S tier. Snickers. This is now probably my favorite candy right now. The nougat, the caramel, the chocolate, it just flows so well. There's also peanuts in there. It just flows so well in your mouth. You just like one bite it. I one bite the party size ones. So it's just disgusting to see, but it tastes so good. S tier. Snow caps. I've never had them. If I had them, I can't remember, so never had them. Sour punch straws. These things are good, but they're like artificial. You know what I mean? Like they're not really real. Nothing's real anymore. They're just artificial and not good enough for me. See. All right, I had some of this recently. This like ooze goose, whatever it's called. It's like a sour. It's disgusting. It's very sour, but the texture is like you're drinking aloe vera. It's what it feels like. And yeah, I had the blue one recently. Yeah, I got maggot. This thing's disgusting. No. Sour Patch Kids are good. I just don't love them. I've had them so much. I just don't love them. C tier. Original Spree. Never had them. Don't want to have them. Starburst. How about you Starburst on me? Let's think. Starburst is kind of good. I don't like them because there's only like 2 flavors I like a Starburst. Other ones are kind of just like cranky, and my mouth kind of make my mouth upset. They kind of make my mouth like throw up or something. So for me, Starburst, get down there and B. You're bad. All right, now we got these. Oh, these things are terrible. It's like an old lady candy. I mean, literally, this is old lady candy. This is what old ladies buy you from the store. I got you some candy, and it's just strawberries. Like, wait, why are they making them look like strawberries if they're fake? Either way, I never liked these things. I'm gonna give them a D. Sugar babies. I remember having these as a kid. I think there was like really just like little caramel things. It was a funny name because like sugar daddy, sugar baby. It's a funny name, but not funny enough. You're going to see. Sweetest Fish, very good like topper for like fruity ice cream. We had this thing in my hometown called Ritz. What was it called? Rita's. And they had a Swedish Fish like snow cone type thing. It was so delicious, but by themselves, I was never the biggest fan. B tier. Sweet Tarts. Sweet Tarts are... What are Sweet Tarts? Are they good or not? I don't remember liking Sweet Tarts. What's the one we just crunch up and snort? Oh, those are Smarties. Sweet Tarts are like, honestly, they're middle of the road for me. They're C tier for sure. Those things suck. Do better, Sweet Tarts. You suck. All right, now we got Take 5. I don't even know what this is. Yeah, you do. No. This is something else. This is a bar. I think it's like a Chex Mix. This is like a Chex Mix. This is like it's a Reese's Take 5. I never had this before.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm gonna give them a never had. I don't know what this is. Is this new or something? That's where you went. Were you disgusting? You back on that now too? Tollerone. Toblerone. That sounds crazy. I've never had this. Some people say it's S tier. That's crazy. I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'm missing out. Tootsie Rolls Pop. This is an owl commercial. How many legs it take to get to the middle of the Tootsie Flap? And he gets 1, a 2, a 3. And he bites it. Commercial S tier. The actual candy B. Tootsie Rolls, however, are even worse. D tier. These things are like the off-brand of Tootsie Rolls, the fruit chews. There was like one flavor that I kind of liked, but all the rest of them make me want to actually like explode. So no. Now here we go. Yes, I talked about these earlier. Trolley Sour Bright? Trollers? Why is it bright? Sour Bite, shouldn't it be? All right. Anyways, these things are really good. I liked them a lot as a kid. I used to love worms. I was a big bug kid. That might sound weird. Love bugs as a kid. Love worms as a kid. Love sour stuff as a kid. I mean, this was a match made in heaven. S tier. Twix, right up there with Snickers. Right up there with Kit Kats. These are like a brand known love Twix. Get up there in S. And here's Twizzlers. Now I know Twizzlers. Now Twizzlers are not that broken. Meta-wise, they're kind of sucky. C tier. Warheads. Oh man, I used to get in trouble with these warheads back in elementary school. We used to have these things called atomic waste. They can't have warheads, super sour. They came like a little yellow yellow container, like a little sludge looking container. And good old boys used to eat these things back in the day. I loved them. You could like literally put it in your mouth and go like, for like 5 seconds straight. You actually look like Juice WRLD when he was. You actually could like you would start shaking because of how sour they were, and well, just would kind of affect your mental. So honestly, Warheads S tier just because of how fun they were to eat. Weathers, it's just like an old lady candy. They're good though. I love it. My grandma used to be these. B tier for sure. Whatchamacallit? It's a funny name, but it's a terrible candy. Get on there and no, you suck. Whoppers, you suck. No. York, I can't remember this one good enough to rate it. I know it sucks though. Never had them. 0. You gave yourself a score. You are off by. And oh my gosh, we're finally done. That's actually a lot more candies than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like 15 candies, but there was a lot of candies in there that I didn't even think of that are actually ended up being here. So all in all, I hope you guys all enjoyed this tier list. If you don't agree with me and you hate me, let me know in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear your responses of what you think your candies should be at. But all in all, here's a final review of everything for the prize if you want to see all of them in a better, clearer order. But there you go. The sucky ones at the bottoms, the better ones at D, the better ones at C, the better ones at B, the better ones at A, and the best ones at C. S. Crap, almost did that one take. Oh well. Either way, that's gonna do it for today. If you guys want to see any more tier lists in the future or anything else, in terms of content, in terms of video games, in terms of whatever, you name it, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.